everybody. Thank you for tuning in again to see My 3 Cents. So this week we got a big show. The focus of the show is going to be on the review of the Evenballs Division. Just wanted to make a quick note that we did have the East Coast Ballers draft last weekend. Great draft, lots of surprises. One of the biggest surprises was Justin Upton going in the second round. Of course, that was Scotty Sakirka, not exactly Eddie George, second overall, but still a surprise. And then we have the SNS draft this upcoming weekend. So I'll try to spend some time in the next few episodes and look at those drafts, but we're going to get right into the Evenballs today because there's a lot to cover. So the Evenballs Division, we got Keith, Adam, Andrew and Derek, Jimmy, and Jay. We're going to go right in draft order. So Adam picked second. Last year Adam was 17-7. I would say during the regular season he was the class of the league. Couldn't stand up in the playoffs though. So let's take a look at Adam's team. Thumbs up. Adam's got the best overall hitters in the division. I think a lot of that is a function of the trade he made, grabbing 4 solid guys right there in the second and third round. Thumbs up also the trades, not just that one, but the one he made with me, ditching Ethier for a 4th and 7th round pick. He was able to grab Carlos Lee and Chad Billingsley there. Good value. Thumbs up grabbing Billy Butler in the 10th round. Quite a steal there. He went 5th in the 5th round in the East Coast Ballers League, just for comparison's sake. Thumbs down. It's hard to find a lot of thumbs downs on this team, but he does have one of the weakest overall starting shortstops in the league. And I think his outfield, although he's got some good players there, it's a little bit of a thumbs down. Carlos Lee, Raul Ibanez past their peak. And Jason Bay going to play for the Mets. I just want to stay away from the Mets this year. Next team, Keith. Sir Queef a lot. Okay, thumbs up, Keith. Good draft this year. You got the best overall outfield according to my projections. Braun, Granderson, Span. That's pretty nice. And Kadire to boot. You also got the best starting pitching staff. Sabathia, Verlander, Weaver. Good job. Pretty much good overall draft there. Thumbs down, Queef. Worst infield. Alcides Escobar, Placido Polanco, Miguel Tejada. I don't think so. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Also, your keeper value. You came into the league this year with just one real solid keeper, Morales, and I don't think you did a lot to improve your future outlook for your team. Okay, so that's Queef in a handbasket. Next up, we got Jimmy, the Green Sox. Jimmy, thumbs up, grabbing Reyes in the 3rd round. Nice pick. 1st round talent there, no doubt. Another thumbs up, getting high-end 1st round talent with all first 3 picks. You got Cabrera, Sizemore, and Reyes. All 3, 1st round talent, I would say. He's also got Ellsbury, Suzuki, Hamilton. These are all real high-end guys. High ceiling, I should say. Also got some good late value at the end of the draft. Thumbs up there. Your last 2 picks, Martin Prado and Nick Johnson. Nick Johnson on the Yankees, the guy who could score 200 runs. His on-base percentage is like 1. Thumbs down. Worst starting pitchers in the division. We all love Heron, Carpenter, and Lackey, but put them together, they add up to a bad staff. And also your infield is filled with question marks. Your whole team is filled with question marks. But Chipper Jones starting at 3rd. And I quote you, Jimmy, you say he's got 1 more year of 30 home runs, 100 RBIs. I'm not so sure about that. We'll see. All right, next up, we got Jay, Team Tenderloins. Jay's got a pretty nice team here. Good draft from the 8-hole. Thumbs up. Best infield, Mauer, Howard, Kinsler, Escobar, Wright. That's beautiful. He's also thumbs up for a good blend of youth. He's got Hayward, Felix Hernandez, Yunel Escobar, Scott Sizemore, Nolan Reimold. Lots of good, young, capable players. Thumbs down. Worst outfield. What happened, Jay? I can't do my work. Shin-Soo Choo, Johnny Damon, Jason Hayward. Holy shit, 30 diapers. This is horrible. Also, Ryan Howard over Teixeira. Thumbs down there. It's not like you picked Robert Person or David Newham, but how do you pick Howard over Teixeira? Teixeira is virtually, class of the league. I think he went 4th in my draft this past weekend. Overall, good team, though. Good job, buddy. Okay, and from the 10-hole, Shit McGritt, Andrew and Derek. I think a better draft than last year. They made a lot of the right picks at the right time. Thumbs up for that. Thumbs up for grabbing McCann in the 3rd round. I thought that was a great pick. Thumbs up on first base. It's a weak position on your team, but you did a good job of going deep there. You didn't just grab Berkman, you grabbed Berkman and Lee, and I like that, even though Berkman's dead already. Thumbs down. Carlos Crawford with the 11th overall pick. Carlos Crawford, again, he's a great player. It's not like you drafted a bag of shit there, but you picked him before Matt Holliday. I'd rather shake hands with Moises Alou than pick Carl Crawford over Matt Holliday. As a result, thumbs down on your outfield. Crawford, Jones, and Cruz. I just don't think that's enough. But again, lots of upside there. So that's the division. That's the 5 teams. I didn't fill in all the records there, but like I said, Adam was 17-7 last year. Keith was 11-12, didn't make the playoffs. Jimmy was 11-12, didn't make the playoffs. Jay was 15-10, went all the way to the championship and got stomped by Robin Redbreast. And shit McGritt, 7 wins, didn't make the playoffs. So how do we see it playing out this year? That's what everybody wants to hear. First of all, I think clearly the class of the division is Adam. Not just with the team he has, but he's attentive and he's an excellent manager and he knows how to make things happen. So I see Adam coming out on top of this division, at a minimum making the playoffs, but I think he wins the division. And I see about 15 wins there. Not only is his team great and he's a great manager, but he's got a lot of chips to make moves with. Like, he doesn't need Billy Butler, and I think he can get a lot of value, for instance, from Shit McGritt. Okay, so after that, I see Keith, you had a really good draft this year. I think your team's pretty good with the chips you had to work with. However, I think Verlander's arm's going to fall off. I think Brian Roberts already got scoliosis. He's going to fall and he can't get up. Polanco and Tejada, they're on steroids. They're old. I see your team falling apart. It was a good draft, but I think it's going to fall apart. I think you fight for 500. Shit McGritt, similar situation. Pretty good draft, but I see you fighting to be 500 now that Berkman's already in big trouble here as well. So that leaves Jimmy and Jay. I think Jimmy and Jay both have a good shot to snag that 2 spot. To be honest, I think Jimmy has a little more upside on his team, a little more talent, but again, it's filled with question marks. I mean, I think Miguel Cabrera is recovering from alcoholism. Grady Sizemore's coming back from a big injury. Jose Reyes has a bruised thyroid, or whatever the hell you call it. Ichiro Suzuki's Japanese. Jose Lopez has never done it. John Lackey's old, and he's on the Red Sox now. Alexi Ramirez doesn't do it for me. Josh Hamilton's on heroin. Every single guy in this column is a question mark. So, I just see it falling apart. I think it's too much to handle there. As for Jay, again, I think he's got a tradable team, and I think he's got the talent. Your outfield is Swiss. Make a move. Do it now if you can. You got plenty of chips late in the draft that you could work with, even if it's Jason Hayward or Scott Sizemore at the deadline. Get rid of these young guys and make a run for the championship. So I see Jay making a push and taking that 2 spot. So it's Adam number 1, Jay number 2, Jimmy number 3, despite Chipper Jones's 30 home run, 100 RBI season. Andrew and Derek fighting it out for 500 at 4-5. So that's it for the Evenballs review. That covers the draft review for this year. Coming up in future episodes, we'll take a look at the East Coast Ballers League, the SNS League. We're going to have lots of guest stars and interviews. We already got them lined up. And thank you for all your viewership. We even got an upgrade in our technical support this week, so hopefully we'll be able to bring you some new perks in upcoming episodes. So thank you guys. Tune in next week for the next episode of My 3 Cents.